Imagine waking up every morning, placing your feet on the floor, and instantly feeling strength, balance, and energy flowing through your legs. No more painful cramps in the middle of the night, no more stiffness while climbing stairs, and no more fear of falling while walking across your living room. But for millions of seniors, this is far from reality. Leg pain, instability, muscle weakness, and poor recovery are common struggles. And while many blame aging, the real culprit is often nutritional deficiency. As we get older, our bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently, silently robbing muscles, bones, and nerves of what they need. The result: weaker legs, higher risk of falls, and a loss of independence. In this video, you'll discover the 7 most essential vitamins and minerals that can help strengthen your legs, reduce painful cramps, and improve your overall mobility. These simple science-backed tips will empower you to move confidently and live actively at any age. 1. Vitamin D, the muscle activator. Let's begin with one of the most powerful nutrients for leg strength, vitamin D, the muscle activator. While it's best known for its role in bone health, vitamin D plays an equally critical role in muscle function, balance, and mobility. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight, and many seniors spend less time outdoors. This creates a widespread deficiency that often goes unnoticed until leg cramps, poor balance, and muscle weakness begin to show up. You may find yourself struggling to climb stairs, feeling unsteady while walking, or even experiencing unexpected falls. And here's what most people don't realize. Vitamin D isn't just about helping your body absorb calcium. It actually fuels your leg muscles by enhancing protein synthesis and supporting neuromuscular communication. Without it, your muscles cannot contract effectively. Your reaction times slow down, and even simple movements can become difficult. Research shows that low levels of vitamin D are directly linked to muscle fiber deterioration, leading to poor coordination and greater fall risk, especially in older adults. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism revealed that seniors with sufficient vitamin D levels had stronger muscle fibers and better balance than those who were deficient. But vitamin D does more than build strength. It also reduces inflammation in muscle tissue. If you experience frequent leg cramps, unexplained stiffness, or chronic leg pain, optimizing your vitamin D levels could bring major relief. So where do we get it? The most natural way is through sunlight. Spending just 15 to 30 minutes outside each day, especially during the morning or late afternoon, can significantly boost your vitamin D levels. Be sure to expose your arms and legs to maximize absorption. However, be mindful. Excessive sunscreen use can block vitamin D synthesis. Food also plays a role. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources. You'll also find vitamin D in fortified dairy, egg yolks, and mushrooms. But for many seniors, diet and sunlight alone aren't enough. That's why health experts recommend vitamin D supplements, especially for those with limited sun exposure. A general guideline for older adults is 800 to 1,000 IU per day, though individuals with severe deficiencies may need higher doses under medical supervision. If you're unsure of your vitamin D status, ask your doctor for a simple blood test. It's quick, affordable, and could be life-changing. One common question we hear is, can't I just get enough from food and sunshine? The truth is, for many older adults, it's not that simple. Absorption declines with age, and lifestyle changes often limit outdoor activity. That's why being proactive matters, and here's an important reminder. While vitamin D supplements are helpful, too much can be harmful. Oversupplementation may lead to calcium buildup in the arteries or kidney issues. Always follow medical guidance when increasing your dose. The takeaway here is simple. Vitamin D is not optional. It is essential for maintaining muscle strength, improving balance, and protecting your independence as you age. Think of it as the ignition key for your leg muscles. Without it, the engine just won't run smoothly. Vitamin 2. Calcium's a bone stabilizer. Now, let's talk about calcium, the nutrient that acts as the bone stabilizer. Most people associate calcium with strong bones, and they're absolutely right. But what's often overlooked is how essential calcium is for proper muscle function, especially in your legs. Every time you take a step, stand up from a chair, or climb the stairs, calcium is working behind the scenes. It acts as a trigger for muscle contraction, ensuring that your movements are smooth, steady, and strong. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, those signals weaken. You may feel your muscles cramp, your movements slow down, or you may struggle to stay balanced. That's why calcium deficiency is one of the most common hidden causes behind frequent leg cramps and declining lower body strength in older adults. As we age, our bones naturally lose density, and if calcium intake doesn't keep up, this process accelerates. The result: a much higher risk of fractures, especially in the hips, thighs, and legs. And here's the scary part. Even a minor fall that once wouldn't have mattered can now lead to months of recovery or worse, permanent mobility loss. But here's the good news. Boosting your calcium levels is both simple and effective. Dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese remain excellent sources, but they're not the only options. Leafy greens like kale, bok choy, and spinach, as well as tofu, sardines, almonds, and fortified plant-based milks, also offer high calcium content. The key is variety. Don't rely on just one food source. Combine multiple options across your meals to promote steady absorption. And here's something crucial. Calcium from food is best absorbed when paired with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body transport calcium into your bones, rather than allowing it to settle in soft tissues, like arteries, where it can become harmful. That's why these two nutrients should always work together. Still, many seniors struggle to get enough calcium from food alone, especially those with dietary restrictions or absorption issues. In such cases, calcium supplements can be a valuable tool. Just remember, more isn't always better. Taking too much calcium, especially through supplements, can increase your risk of kidney stones, digestive problems, and even arterial calcification. The recommended daily intake for older adults is about 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams, and this should ideally come from a mix of whole foods and carefully managed supplementation. But calcium doesn't work in isolation. Movement is a critical factor. Weight-bearing activities like walking, resistance training, or even light jogging stimulate bone remodeling and help guide calcium into your bones where it's needed most. Without movement, even the perfect calcium intake can fall short. A common question we hear is, if I take a calcium supplement, do I still need to exercise? The answer is yes, absolutely. Supplements support the foundation, but physical activity activates it. Think of calcium as the bricks and movement as the cement that holds them together. Neglecting calcium means more than just weaker bones. It's about losing your freedom to move, live, and enjoy life on your terms. And that's a price no one should have to pay. So take care of your calcium and your legs will take care of you. 3. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector. Let's now turn our attention to one of the most underrated yet essential vitamins for leg health. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector. While most people think of calcium and protein when it comes to strong legs, B12 plays a quiet but powerful role that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. Vitamin B12 is critical for healthy nerve function. It ensures that electrical signals travel properly from your brain and spinal cord all the way to your legs, triggering movement balance and coordination. Without it, those signals become weak or scrambled. The result: your muscles don't respond the way they should. You may feel your legs are heavy, unsteady, or slow to react. Many older adults experience tingling numbness, or even a creeping sense that their legs just don't belong to them anymore. One of the most common questions we hear is, why do my legs feel so tired after just a short walk? The answer may not be your age, it may be your B12 levels. The tricky thing about B12 is that it's not easily absorbed by the body, especially as we age. The stomach needs enough acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to extract B12 from food. Unfortunately, many seniors produce less stomach acid and often take medications like antacids or proton pump inhibitors, which further reduce absorption. On top of that, many elderly individuals unknowingly eat diets low in B12-rich foods, leading to a slow but steady depletion of this crucial nutrient. And the consequences are serious. B12 deficiency doesn't just affect energy, it can lead to permanent nerve damage, balance problems, difficulty walking, and an increased risk of falls. In fact, many seniors who assume their mobility decline is just old age are actually experiencing correctable neurological symptoms due to B12 deficiency. But there's good news. Restoring B12 levels can result in noticeable improvements in leg strength, endurance, and coordination, often within weeks. Studies have shown that seniors who correct a B12 deficiency regain sharper reflexes, better balance, and more stable gait. So where can you get B12? This vitamin is found almost exclusively in animal products. Think lean meats, eggs, dairy, and especially shellfish like clams and liver, which are among the most concentrated sources. For those following a vegetarian or plant-based diet, or for anyone with absorption issues, B12 fortified foods like certain cereals and plant-based milks can hold help. But supplementation is often necessary. The great news is that vitamin B12 is water-soluble, meaning any excess is typically flushed out in urine, making it very safe to supplement under medical guidance. Some older adults benefit from taking higher-dose B12 tablets, while others may require monthly injections for more direct absorption. A simple blood test can confirm whether your levels are low. One important note: B12 deficiency can be gradual, and its symptoms often mimic other conditions, like depression, fatigue, or balance disorders, making it easy to overlook. That's why it's vital to be proactive, especially if you notice early signs of leg fatigue, nerve discomfort, or slow recovery. So what's the key takeaway here? Strong legs aren't just about muscle, they're about neural precision. You can have the biggest muscles in the world, but if the message from your brain doesn't arrive fast, and clearly those muscles won't work the way they're supposed to, vitamin B12 protects that entire communication system. It's your leg's internal wiring system. Keep it healthy, and your entire lower body will respond with energy, agility, and confidence. Vitamin 4, magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Now let's explore a mineral that quietly works behind the scenes but plays a massive role in how your legs feel and function. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Magnesium is often overlooked, yet it's absolutely vital for maintaining proper muscle function, reducing cramps, and promoting recovery, especially in older adults. Every time your muscles contract and relax, magnesium is at work. It acts as a gatekeeper, helping regulate the signals between your nerves and muscles. Without enough magnesium, those signals misfire. That's when muscles can seize up unexpectedly, leading to painful cramps, twitching, or stiffness, often at night when you're trying to sleep. If you've ever been jolted awake by a sudden stabbing cramp in your calf, magnesium deficiency could be the hidden cause. One of the most common yet underdiagnosed conditions among seniors is restless leg syndrome, a condition linked closely to low magnesium. But the effects don't stop at nighttime cramps. Chronic low magnesium levels can also lead to muscle fatigue, poor recovery from walking or light activity, and even imbalance due to impaired neuromuscular coordination. What makes this even more serious is how easily magnesium is depleted. Stress. Certain medications like diuretics and acid reducers and diets low in leafy greens or whole grains can all strip your body of this essential mineral. Many older adults unknowingly suffer from mild to moderate magnesium deficiency, which slowly chips away at their stamina, endurance, and mobility. But here's the good news. Restoring magnesium levels can bring about almost immediate relief. People often report fewer leg cramps, better sleep, reduced stiffness, and improved energy levels within just a few days or weeks of consistent intake. So where do we find magnesium in our diets? The richest sources include leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale, nuts such as almonds and cashews, seeds like pumpkin and sunflower, whole grains, beans, and even avocados. A common question we hear is, isn't a banana good for cramps? While bananas contain potassium, which is also helpful, magnesium is even more essential when it comes to reducing nighttime muscle contractions. And if you're not getting enough through food supplementation, may help. Magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate are among the most easily absorbed forms and are gentle on the stomach. Most adults require between 310 to 420 milligrams of magnesium daily, depending on age and gender. However, the optimal dose for seniors may vary depending on lifestyle stress level and medication use, so it's always a good idea to talk with a healthcare provider before starting supplements. Another practical tip: combine magnesium intake with light stretching in the evening and deep breathing exercises. This combination enhances muscle relaxation, calms the nervous system, and reduces the likelihood of nighttime discomfort. But a word of caution: taking too much magnesium, especially through high-dose supplements, can lead to diarrhea or digestive upset. Always start small and adjust as needed under professional guidance. Here's the key message: magnesium is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for leg comfort and performance. Without it, muscles don't relax, signals don't flow smoothly, and your legs begin to feel heavy, tight, and unreliable. But with enough magnesium, your legs regain their rhythm. They move more freely, rest more deeply, and support your daily activity with strength and steadiness. Think of magnesium as your leg's natural peacekeeper. It calms, protects, and restores your ability to move through life with ease. Vitamin 5, potassium, the fluid balancer. Let's move on to a nutrient that's often associated with bananas but does so much more for your legs. Potassium, the fluid balancer. Potassium is an electrolyte that helps maintain proper muscle function by regulating fluid balance inside and outside of your cells. In other words, it helps your muscles stay hydrated, responsive, and coordinated. When potassium levels drop even slightly, your muscles become prone to involuntary contractions, what we commonly know as cramps. Ever woken up with a sudden sharp pain in your calf or felt your leg muscles twitch uncontrollably after a long day? That's potassium deficiency making its presence known, and it doesn't stop there. Low potassium can lead to stiffness, trembling, or even a sense of weakness in your legs, especially after standing or walking for an extended time. It's not just uncomfortable, it's potentially dangerous. In seniors, poor leg coordination caused by low potassium can increase the risk of falls, which are among the leading causes of injury-related hospitalizations in older adults. Potassium also plays an unexpected but crucial role in bone health. It helps neutralize excess acid in the body that would otherwise leach calcium from your bones. In other words, getting enough potassium doesn't just help your muscles, it protects your bones from gradual erosion. So how do you know if you're getting enough? One of the most common questions we hear is eating a banana each day enough for potassium? While bananas are certainly a good source, they're not the best or only option. In fact, a medium baked potato with the skin has more potassium than a banana. Other top potassium-rich foods include sweet potatoes, spinach beans, lentils, oranges, avocados, and yogurt. Incorporating a variety of these foods into your diet gives your body the steady supply it needs to function optimally. For most adults, the recommended daily intake is about 200 to 600 milligrams for women and 300 to 400 milligrams for men. While that may sound like a lot, it's absolutely achievable through a well-balanced whole food diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, some individuals may struggle to meet their potassium needs through food alone, particularly those with restricted diets or certain health conditions. In those cases, potassium supplements may be helpful, but they must be used cautiously. Unlike some other vitamins, excessive potassium can be harmful, especially for individuals with kidney disease or those taking medications for high blood pressure. That's why it's essential to consult with a healthcare provider before supplementing. A simple blood test can help identify your potassium status and guide your intake safely. Another important point: hydration matters. Potassium works in partnership with water to support muscle contraction and fluid balance. If you're dehydrated, even normal potassium levels may not be enough to keep your muscles functioning at their best. So drink plenty of fluids, especially after physical activity or during hot weather. And don't forget the synergy between potassium and magnesium. These two minerals often work together to regulate muscle tone and prevent spasms. If you're consistently struggling with cramps or leg tension, you might be low in both. In summary, potassium is your leg's internal stabilizer. It supports fluid balance, muscle responsiveness, bone strength, and nervous system communication. Without it, your legs may cramp, shake, or slow down, but with it, you move smoother, feel lighter, and walk with confidence. Add it to your diet, drink plenty of water, and your legs will thank you every step of the way. 6. Vitamin K, the bone director. Next on our list is a lesser-known but equally vital nutrient, vitamin K, also known as the bone director. While calcium and vitamin D often take the spotlight when it comes to bone health, vitamin K works behind the scenes to ensure those nutrients are actually put to use in the right places. Think of vitamin K as the traffic controller for calcium. It directs calcium into your bones where it's needed for strength and keeps it out of places where it can do harm, like your arteries or soft tissues. Without sufficient vitamin K, calcium can end up hardening arteries instead of strengthening bones, which not only compromises your skeletal system, but also puts your heart and circulation at risk. This is especially dangerous for older adults who are already vulnerable to fractures, osteoporosis, and limited mobility. Research shows that seniors with higher vitamin K intake have denser bones, better joint function, and a significantly lower risk of hip fractures. It all comes down to how vitamin K activates a protein called osteocalcin, which helps bind calcium to the bone matrix, making bones more solid and resilient. But vitamin K isn't just for bones, it's also a major player in joint health. If your knees feel stiff when you stand up or your legs ache after sitting for long periods, you might be dealing with early signs of joint degeneration. Vitamin K helps reduce inflammation in the joints, making movement smoother and less painful. It's an important nutrient for fighting osteoarthritis and preserving the flexibility your legs need to keep you active and independent. Many people ask, can vitamin K really improve leg strength and coordination? The answer is yes, indirectly but powerfully, by guiding calcium where it belongs and reducing inflammation. Vitamin K enhances your body's ability to build and maintain strong, responsive legs. There are two main forms of vitamin K, K1, which is found in leafy green vegetables, and K2, which is found in fermented foods and certain animal products. K1 is more common, but K2 stays active in the body longer and is especially effective at directing calcium into bones. Good sources of K1 include spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts. For K2, look to fermented soybeans, natto-aged cheeses, egg yolks, and organ meats like liver. To get the full benefit, aim to include both K1 and K2 in your weekly meals. A green smoothie with spinach in the morning or a stir-fry with kale at lunch can easily support your K1 intake. Meanwhile, adding a few servings of fermented foods or pasture-raised eggs can help you maintain a steady supply of K2 if you're not getting enough from your diet. Vitamin K supplements may be an option, but there's an important caveat. If you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, you must consult your doctor before increasing your vitamin K intake. Since vitamin K plays a key role in blood clotting, it can interfere with medication effectiveness if not managed correctly. That's why it's essential to strike the right balance. The daily recommended intake for vitamin K is about 90 mcg for women and 120 mcg for men, which can often be met through a nutrient-rich diet. In summary, vitamin K may not get as much attention as calcium or D, but without it, those nutrients can't do their job effectively. It's the unsung hero of leg health, quietly building stronger bones, easing joint discomfort, and enhancing coordination. So if you want legs that move confidently and joints that feel fluid, don't overlook the power of vitamin K. It's not just a support player, it's the director behind the entire performance. 7. Vitamin B6. The energy builder. Finally, let's talk about a powerhouse nutrient that fuels your muscles from the inside out. Vitamin B6, the energy builder. While it may not be as well known as calcium or vitamin D, vitamin B6 plays a critical role in supporting your nervous system, repairing muscles, and maintaining the stamina. Your legs need to keep moving. One of its most important jobs is helping your body produce hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout your body. Without enough oxygen, your muscles can't perform at their best. That's why a deficiency in vitamin B6 often leads to feelings of fatigue, heaviness in the legs, and reduced endurance even during basic activities like walking around the house or climbing stairs. A question we often hear is, why do my legs feel tired so quickly, even when I haven't done much? The answer could lie in low B6 levels. When your red blood cell count is low, your muscles get less oxygen. As a result, they tire faster, feel weaker, and recover more slowly after use. But vitamin B6 doesn't stop there. It also plays a key role in neuromuscular coordination. It helps transmit signals between your brain and muscles, ensuring that every step you take is strong, steady, and controlled. When B6 levels are low, these signals slow down. You might experience tingling numbness or a lack of coordination in your legs that makes walking feel awkward or uncertain. Many older adults mistakenly believe these symptoms are just a natural part of aging, but in many cases they're entirely preventable with proper nutrition. Another crucial benefit of vitamin B6 is its ability to regulate inflammation in muscle tissues. Chronic inflammation is one of the main reasons people experience persistent muscle discomfort and delayed recovery after activity. By helping to reduce this inflammation, it keeps your legs more flexible, resilient, and pain-free. And when your legs feel better, you're more likely to stay active, a vital component of maintaining independence as you age. The great news is that vitamin B6 is widely available in everyday foods. You'll find it in poultry, like chicken and turkey, fatty fish, such as tuna and salmon, and plant-based sources, like chickpeas, bananas, potatoes, and fortified cereals. These foods not only support B6 intake, but also provide other essential nutrients that contribute to overall leg strength. For most older adults, the recommended daily intake of vitamin B6 is about 1.5 milligrams for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. While it's usually safe to get B6 from food, some people with digestive issues or absorption problems may benefit from supplements. However, it's important to be cautious with high-dose B6 supplements over long periods, as excessive intake can cause nerve damage. Always speak with a healthcare provider before adding B6 in supplement form. To sum it up, vitamin B6 is one of the most underrated keys to leg vitality. It boosts oxygen delivery, enhances coordination, calms inflammation, and gives your muscles the fuel they need to move efficiently. Without it, even basic tasks can feel draining. But with enough B6, your legs feel lighter, stronger, and ready to support your lifestyle, whether that means walking the dog, dancing, or simply standing tall with confidence. Don't underestimate the quiet power of this essential vitamin. It could be the missing link between struggling and thriving. If you're ready to take action, start with something simple but powerful. Get a basic blood test to check your vitamin D and B12 levels. Knowing where you stand is the first step toward progress. From there, begin adding more leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and fortified foods into your meals. These foods are rich in magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and B6, key nutrients your legs depend on. If your diet isn't enough, talk with your doctor about a senior-friendly multivitamin to fill the gaps safely. And don't forget to move. Combine your improved nutrition with daily walking, light stretching, or resistance band exercises. It doesn't have to be intense, just consistent. Your legs don't need perfection, they need support. Start today, and every step you take will feel stronger, more stable, and more confident. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. It lets us know we're making a difference. Subscribe for more science-based health tips, and leave a comment to share your thoughts or ask questions. We'd love to hear what health topic you want us to cover next. Remember, strong legs mean a strong life. Let's keep moving forward together.